Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining one of our next sessions on the virtual college exploration tour for the Ohio Association of College Admission Counselors. We really appreciate you being here, and I'm excited for you to get to talk about Kent State experience tonight with Brian. Before we do that, really quickly, just some housekeeping things. Just want to tell you really quickly that you can, if you've not experienced one of these sessions yet, there's simply a Q&A button where you can type your questions to Brian at any time, and he can either answer those during the presentation or after. So leave your questions there for him. Please know that your camera and mic are off. This presentation is going to be recorded, so know that if for any reason you missed something that Brian said, or you want to recruit other friends to see what you were able to learn tonight about Kent, the recording will be on our website. And also keep in mind, not only on our website is the recording, but the way that you can sign up for other sessions to help with your college journey. So everything is at www.oacac.org. So with that, I'll say go Zips or go Flash. Flash, shame on me. Go Flashes, and you have a great session, Brian.
Thank you. All right. Well, good evening, everybody. My name, like you heard, is Brian Crescenzo. I am one of the assistant directors here in our admissions office. You guys are actually live from my basement right now, which is always a fun thing. I'm just moving some stuff around here, getting some housekeeping stuff. I'm going to be giving you guys a little presentation on Kent State University. Like you just heard, if you have any questions, please feel free to put in that Q&A box. I'll be able to answer some as they come along, and I'll even leave some time at the end if you guys have any questions or concerns. So pretty much just to jump right into it, where are we located at? Well, Kent State is located in Kent, Ohio. We are in Northeast Ohio. Within that area there, we are, I would say, about like 40 minutes outside of Cleveland, about 20 minutes outside of Akron, 30 minutes from the Canton, Youngstown area, about a little over 2 hours from the Toledo area, 2.5 from Columbus, about 4 hours from the Cincinnati area. So we're far enough away, but we're close enough to home there for you at our university. And here, tucked away in Northeast Ohio, we take advantage of a lot of connections that we have made throughout our 100+ years of existence with a lot of area corporations, companies, different organizations, as well as like the Cleveland area being home to one of the nation's best healthcare opportunities for all of our healthcare related majors. But I'll be remiss not to talk about Kent State without mentioning our downtown. Now, when you're choosing a college or university, something you all need to keep in mind, you are also choosing not only that institution, but the city itself. And the city of Kent and Kent State, we are connected. Now, the city of Kent, we do have roughly around 30,000 people in our town. It is a college town. Now, there's places to hang out, shop, eat in downtown area. We have our own hotel and conference center located in downtown that you guys can take advantage of. If you're coming from farther away, you can spend a night there. If you're looking into our fashion majors, we have our own fashion store downtown that's run by our fashion students. Davy Tree, their headquarters is located in downtown Kent. Some of our business majors have done internships down there. If you're ever around our campus and in downtown Kent and you're looking for something to do, my personal recommendation, it's go to Ray's Place. It's been around for 80+ years. It's a staple of the city of Kent. It's a lot of different style foods, a lot of pub style foods inside there. My favorite burger of all time is located there. It's called the Mofo Burger. It's piled up about this high. It's a bunch of toppings. Pair it up with the sweet potato fries. It's a glorious meal. I highly recommend it. Anytime you're on our campus, check that location out there for you. But this is all about Kent State, all about our university. Now, Kent State itself, we are an 8-campus network. We have 7 regional campuses scattered throughout all of Northeast Ohio. So if you live by one of these regional campuses, you're more than welcome to start off your Kent State career there, or you can take some summer classes there while you're full-time enrolled on our campus to make your coursework a little lighter for you during the fall and spring semester. But just on the Kent campus itself, we have a little over 21,000 undergraduate students, and fall semester, we end up enrolling a little over 4,200 first-time freshmen. Now, Kent State, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, we started in 1910. We are 100+ years old, and in our 100+ years of experience here, we have grown. We have grown to have over 350 different major degree programs on our campus, grown to have over 250,000 plus living alumni affiliated with our university. Now, I am a Kent State alumnus. I graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in History and a minor in Marketing. I love my time on a campus so much, I came back to university because I wanted to help the next generation of Kent State students. Some of you sitting in during this webinar, by helping you guys get enrolled into our campus, figuring out a major, staying active as a student, then staying active as an alum of our campus. Because when you're figuring out what type of student is at our university, I wanted to paint you guys a little picture here. For our 4,200 first-time freshmen that started this past fall semester for the fall of 20, these were the averages that you see up here, their mid-range scores. Their mean GPA, though, was about a 3.4. Their mean ACT was a 23. The mean SAT was an 1130. Now, these were the averages of a student coming in last year. Now, this year, it's different. It's going to a whole new world right now with everything going on with the pandemic. Kent State for the fall of 2021, we are going to test optional. So we are not requiring any of our first-year students to take an ACT or SAT to be considered for admission into our campus, because we're going to a more holistic review here on our university, which I'll cover in a little bit. But I wanted to give you guys an idea of what type of students that are here. These are the type of scores that they have. And it's about 80% of our incoming students have above a 3.0 or better. And those students that are coming into our campus, like I mentioned, 350 different bachelor degree programs that we can have for you guys here. Anything from like accounting down to zoology on our campus. Some of our more popular majors that we're known for, fashion program. We're one of the top fashion schools in the country. We're the biggest nursing college in the state of Ohio. We have a phenomenal business program, musical theater, education, like I mentioned before, but it's not to take away from any other programs like our architecture program or our aeronautics program or engineering program that we have through our university. We have a wide variety of different options for students that you can hone in and find that career path that you want. But the thing that is the same through all of our university is what we do is we separate you into different academic colleges that you see listed up there. And each academic college has its own unique set of academic advisors that'll be assigned to you based on your major. Now, you're required to meet with this advisor every semester you're here on our campus, but they're here to make sure you're staying on track. You're taking the right courses. They're letting you know about scholarship opportunities as a Kent State student, internships that are coming up, job opportunities. They're your advocate for you here on our campus. They're the ones to make sure that you become that success story at our university. They'll help you through this process, through these 4 years at our university. Now, we also have an honors college on our campus that students are more than welcome to apply to coming out of high school. Now, to be considered for the honors program, you need at least a 3.7 GPA coming out of high school. Now, some of the perks of the honors college, you get the priority registration. You're that first students to register for classes for the up and coming semester. The central location to live at on campus, you get smaller class sizes, you get more one-on-one time with your advisor. Some of your classes are inside your academic building, and we challenge you academically. The best way I explain for students, if you're on the fence, if you want to be a part of the honors college or not, think of the class sizes and the class kind of rigor that you'll be going through. Think of like if you've taken like AP courses in high school, but your buddy didn't take AP courses. So you're taking AP English, but your buddy's taking English 12. That's the type of kind of difficulty academics that you will be challenged with. But these are our leaders on our campus. So I encourage you, if you qualify, apply for the honors college, because if you have that 3.7 or better, we'll invite you to join by filling out an essay about what you want to get out of our honors program. But regardless of what major you do come in here as, we have all of our students required to take the Kent Core courses. But before I dial into that, I want to let you know when it comes to classes, like I mentioned, AP exams, if any of you have taken CCP courses, IB, dual enrollment, we accept those credits into our campus. If you scored a 3 or better on AP, we'll accept that. If you scored a 5 or better on IB, we accept that. If you've taken any college credit courses at a local community college or a local university that's affiliated with your high school, we accept those into our courses here, and we put that into the Kent Core, which are your core classes here on our campus. It's part of our liberal arts background that we offer for all students here at our university. Now, this is where you will see your biggest class sizes on our campus. Average class size for a first-time student is roughly around 30 students. Maybe your college algebra course or your college English course that you'll be taking. You will have bigger classes than that on our campus. We have the 3rd biggest university in the state of Ohio. You may have a lecture hall class of about 300 students, like an introduction to psychology or an American history course. Regardless of what class size it is, whether it's 30 to 300, we offer free tutoring here on our campus. So if you struggle in any of these subject areas, we'll be able to help you out with that throughout the entire process. Now, overall, though, at our university, we have a 20-to-1 student to faculty ratio. And what that number means for you, when you're in the second half of your sophomore year and your junior and senior year, when the majority of your classes are focusing in on your major, you will have small courses. During my senior year, in one of my history level courses, there was a total of 16 of us inside there. One of my marketing courses, there was 18 of us inside there. And it was actually taught by a former CEO of Goodyear Tire. And I got to know him very well because over my last 2 years, the same cohort I was with, we had a lot of classes together. So he knew my cohort. He got to have that professional relationship with them. And then at the end of our spring semester, right before we were getting ready to graduate, he wrote us all letters of recommendation. So it was a great opportunity there for you when you're going through this process where it's nice that I had someone that had that real world experience that gave me the letter of recommendation that got me to that next level to get into my job. Now, before I delve a little bit more into the classes here, there was a question in the chat. Do we look at a weighted or unweighted GPA when it's considered for admission into our campus? We will look at your highest GPA, whether that's weighted or unweighted, because we know some schools do weighted, some schools don't do weighted. We'll take into consideration your highest GPA, regardless of what school district you are coming from. Now, when it comes to other aspects of your campus here, when it comes to other aspects of your classes, we don't want you just to be a college graduate when you leave our campus. We want you to be a college graduate that is job ready. We want to prepare you for your career, whatever career path you end up going into. Now, as part of our experiential learning process there with the Kent Corps. Now, experiential learning, the idea behind this is we want you to be involved in different areas, prepare you for that real world. Now, some majors we have this built into your curriculum. Like if you're coming in here for education, you'll be doing student teaching. If you're coming in here for nursing, you'll be doing clinicals. If you're coming in here for science, so many hours of research, business require an internship. Other majors, we leave it up to the student to decide. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to get that experience. It can be around our campus. It can be a part of our study abroad program where you can go overseas for a semester, study in different culture, in a different environment, different opportunities there for you. So we have that opportunity where your education isn't just confined to Northeast Ohio, to Kent, Ohio, even the state of Ohio. It is nationwide, it is worldwide. We want to make sure you're the best of the best when you're getting ready to graduate from our campus. We're going to make sure you are successful when it comes to your academics. We're going to train you properly. We're going to get you into your career field, give you that real world experience. And like I mentioned, the best of the best. We want to make sure we get you to that goal. But what we'll also do for you here on our campus is we'll help you grow as an individual. And one of the ways we do that at our university is by having you live on campus. Now, with living on campus, we give the student the choice of where to live and who to live with. You can live with someone that is currently a Kent State student, someone that will become a Kent State student, someone that you've known through extracurricular activities, your best friend, whatever it may be. It's purely up to you. We give the students a choice of where to live in any one of our 24 different residence halls on campus. Now, if you want to do something like I highly recommend, which is the random roommate, I highly recommend it because we pair you up with someone that has similar interests. Like you're clean, you're messy, go to bed late, wake up early, different questions like that. We pair you up with someone with similar interests. But the thing that we like to do to separate us from other colleges and universities, you'll have your roommate that has a similar interest, but we'll also try to pair you up with someone who has a similar class schedule as you, your first semester. Now, they may not be in the same major as you, but they'll be taking that introduction to psychology course with 300 students, or your college algebra course with 30 students. So you're knowing someone going into these courses, and you're not feeling like a little fish in the ocean type of situation on our campus. And the way our rooms are, typically about 92% of Kent State students, their first year on our campus, are living in the double rooms. And the double rooms are you and your roommate share a room. You each have your own bed, your own desk, your own dresser space inside there, We have a Wi-Fi network on campus. You can always plug into the wall into our landline if you needed to as well, if you have any of those streaming services that you have capability there. So you and your roommate share that room. And the way our bathrooms work, it's a semi-private pod bathrooms. And the way those are, they're separated by gender by floor. So let's say men are on the first floor, women on the second floor, and so forth. You have to go to the bathroom. You go out into the middle of the hallway, you go down there, you go to the bathroom. You go inside, you have a whole bunch of sinks and toilets on one side and about 7 to 10 doors. Depending on which hall you live in, that depends on how many doors are there. You go to one of these doors, you open it up, shut it, lock it. There's a sink, mirror, and a shower inside there. So it's semi-private where it's located in the middle, like within the hall that you have to get out of your room, go down the hallway, where a majority of us do have that type of setting within like a bathrooms here in your own personal house, but you can lock it. You still have that privacy there. I always mention the first time students that are coming to our campus, if you're nervous about that or anything, it's perfectly fine. At the end of every year, our student paper, the Kent Standard, does like a little survey of different questions of how freshman students, how they got involved and active, where they meet their best friend, different stuff like that. And the question I always get a kick out of is where the top 3 places you met your best friend. Always within the top 3 places, it's actually in the bathroom. Because you'll be surprised. I have a little kid upstairs, and it's like the book says, everybody poops. You always have to use the bathroom, practice personal hygiene. You're finding your friend there. You may run low on toothpaste. You may ask your friend to find toothpaste. It's actually where I met my best friend. And my best friend, who actually lives in the same town I live in right now, that I can actually throw a tennis ball at his house. He lives about 2 houses down from me. It's great. That's why I highly recommend that for all of our students here. Now, we also have dining facilities on campus too. Now, the way our dining plan works is everything is an all-you-care-to-eat style plan. You get unlimited swipes. So let's say you woke up this morning and you wanted a coffee, you wanted a bagel. You go get that coffee and bagel at Eastway Cafeteria. You go to class. You come back from class, you're still hungry. You can go back to that cafeteria. You can get that whatever other food item. If you're a vegetarian, if you're a vegan, we have those options for you here on our campus. We have our franchise cafeteria and our hub that has Einstein Bagels, Subway, Annie Ann's inside there. We have 3 different Starbucks locations around our campus that you can use your dollar plan with. That's additional on top of like your all you care to eat style plan that you'll get within your food plan. So you have that wide variety of options available for you at our campus. We also want to help you grow as an individual, but really we want to make sure that you guys are healthy too as well. So one of the things we are proud of at our campus is that we are completely tobacco and a smoke-free campus. We offer free mental health counseling to any student who wants it or who feels like the need to have it here at our university. We also have our own health center on campus that if you need like a flu shot, need to get yourself checked out, you can get that done here on our campus. We have our own in-house pharmacy, so you don't have to go to like a Giant Eagle, Acme, or Walgreens or anything like that. And you can also stay healthy by staying active on our campus. We have our own recreation and wellness center that has the free weights, machine rates, racquetball courts, basketball courts, 2 different pools inside there. We have our own indoor track inside there. We put on different like spinning classes, aerobics classes, a whole wide variety of stuff. We also have what we call our Tri-Rec one, which has about 80 different machines and different free weights inside there. It's kind of like a Planet Fitness, but students can go there at any time and be able to work out inside there if that's something that you're interested in. But what we always encourage our students to do to help them grow is actually get involved. We have over 400 different student organizations for you to be involved with. Anything from a club sport to sports or different clubs geared towards like your major, like a history club, science club, math club. We have special events on campus. We have Greek life, fraternities or sororities offered at our university if you're interested in that. We have something for everyone. And my favorite organization to talk about to show you we have something for everyone is the Kent State University DFW Club. Stands for Down for Whatever. And they meet on a weekly basis. Every week they do something different. One week it'll be a board game night. The following week it'll be a study session night or a movie night or going to the rec center. It's just something where we have these organizations so you can get out there, meet different people. People have the same quirks, the same interests as you. So you can make those lifelong friends and you can have that stress-free time because we feel the more stress-free you are, the more fun times you have, the better you're going to do academically. But we understand college, it can be stressful. If you have that stress and you just need to get it out, We do have NCAA Division I athletics. You can go to our football games, our baseball, basketball, field hockey, wrestling, scream at the opposing team, scream at the refs to get that out, but also to cheer on your fellow Kent State students. Now, unfortunately for this fall, we weren't able to celebrate a lot of our fall athletes because of COVID. Everything got canceled there, but they're looking to have everything come back in the spring, especially those fall sports. Like for our football team, we won our first bowl game last year. We were proud of that. Women's basketball was ranked first going into the MAC tournament. Men's basketball was ranked third going into the MAC tournament. We were excited about those up and coming seasons. Wrestling's top 25. Women's gymnastics is phenomenal. So there's a lot of opportunities for you to get out there, have fun, show your school spirit, and like I said, meet those lifelong friends, have those lifelong memories. But when you're coming to our campus and coming to our university, yes, you can get that college experience, but we want to make sure you know your ultimate goal is to get that degree. And we want you to get that degree. That should be your #1 goal here on our campus. And we want you to get that, and we want to put your face on the side of our building, put you in our alumni magazine, put your story all over our website. And this all starts with Destination Kent State. Now, Destination Kent State, this is your summer advising and registration program. The summer after you graduate from high school, you spend a day and a half on campus. You get your ID. You meet your advisor for the first time. You get to meet other incoming students within your major, get you really excited for that first semester. And once you're a student here, we have our Academic Success Center. They're the ones that provide that free tutoring for Kent State students. Our student multicultural center that brings cultural awareness to our campus, 2 different peer mentorship programs, a lot of different cultural opportunities there. Student accessibility services. If you have any documented disability, we'll be able to help you out with that. We have our LGBTQ student center, our women's center that helps out those students. But the most important department, in my opinion, for all Kent State students is our Career Exploration and Development Center. They're the ones that put on 2 internship fairs a year, 2 job fairs a year, mock interviews, resume building clinics. We help prepare you for your first professional interview. We want to make sure you're getting that interview and you're nailing that interview even before you graduate from our campus. That once you do graduate from our campus, you're considered forever a Flash. We'll forever be here to help you out through this process. We have recent alum job fairs that go on. If you're looking for a job change or a career change and you need someone to look over your cover letter and resume, you can still take advantage of the Career Exploration and Development Center. It's a free service for all Kent State students and all Kent State alum. But how do you get to that point? How do you become a forever a Flash? It all starts by applying to our campus. Now you can apply to Kent State one of 2 ways. Either the Kent State application right off of our main website or the Common App. Either application, we'll accept either one, whatever your personal preference is. Now what we'll need from you is we need you to fill out the application, pay the $50 application fee, send in your high school transcripts. Now, this part is where it gets interesting. You can answer a question on either one of those applications that says, do you want your standardized test, your ACT or SAT, to be considered for a part of your holistic review? If you click no, we are not requiring you to send in those test scores. If you click yes, we will wait to make a decision until we receive your test scores. Now, either way, the holistic review here at Kent State, we look at you as an individual. We look at the classes you've taken throughout high school, your college prep courses, your math, science, English, social science courses. We take into consideration those extracurricular activities that you've been involved with. If you've been involved with sports or any music program like choir or band or anything like that, we take this all into consideration. We look at your grade trends. If you did great your freshman year, but something happened your sophomore year and you picked it back up your junior and senior year, we get that. Life happens. We look at you as an individual. Not as a number, not as application number 1237. We look at you as a person because that is how you're going to be viewed on our campus as an individual student, as a name, as a person at our university. That's why it takes us anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks by the time you click submit to the time you hear back from us whether or not you've been admitted into our university. Now, to help pay to come to Kent State, so different ways, just to give you an idea. First, I want to talk about the tuition a little bit here for you. As you can see, for Ohio residents there, the in-state tuition is about $11,587 per year. Your room and board, $12,084 per year, totaling up to about $23,671 per year. Now, what Kent State participates in is the Ohio Tuition Guarantee, where we lock in that tuition price for your 4 years here on our campus. You will not see an increase in that price. We also lock in that room and board price as well. Now, you will see an increase in your room and board is if you move into one of the upperclassmen housing rooms, a non-double room. Like if you live in a single housing, or if you live in one of the rooms with private bathroom, those may be additional $1,000 to $2,000 extra. So that's something to keep in mind, but we want to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into, where we lock in that price for those 4 years so you can plan accordingly over your time on our campus. Now, to help pay to come to Kent State, a couple of different options we do have. We do have the main one, the merit-based scholarships. Now, merit-based scholarships to our campus, to be considered for them, you need to apply to our university. The latest deadline is February 1st. We do have a priority deadline of November 1st, where we'll get your scholarship information right back to you within 2 weeks, but you have to apply by February 1st of your senior year to be considered for scholarships. Now, I had a question that came across up here. Do we require the ACT or SAT for scholarships? When you filled out your application on the question, if you clicked yes, you want the ACT or SAT to be a part of your holistic review consideration for admission, we then take that into consideration for your scholarships. If you clicked no, you don't want the ACT or SAT to be a part of your holistic review, we do not require that for consideration for your scholarships. In order to qualify for scholarships, though, you need to have at least a 3.0 GPA at our university. And our scholarships can range anywhere from $1,000 all the way up to full tuition. It all depends on your GPA and different stuff too as well, where if you're involved with extracurricular activities, different stuff like that. Now, me personally, when I came out of high school, I had the grades to be considered for admission to Kent State, but I did not have the grades to receive any scholarships that come to the university. The way I paid to come to Kent State was by filling out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid. Now, I always recommend families fill this out at least once in your lifetime. See what you can get, see what you can qualify for. Because this is where you can qualify for grants, loans, or federal work study. But myself, my family, when I filled this out, I did not qualify for grants. I did not qualify for federal work study. But like 87% of Kent State students, this is how we started off getting our student loans. So I'm always encouraging families, fill this out once, see what you can get, see what you can qualify for. You can always say thanks, but no thanks. It's not a requirement at our university. Now, the beauty thing is at our campus, we have our financial aid office that will work with you, that will help you out through this entire process. You can have a one-on-one session with them. You can meet with them. We put on financial aid nights. We put on FAFSA nights to help you better understand that. We'll help you understand what's a Parent Plus loan, a subsidized loan, an unsubsidized loan. Should you go through a local credit union? Who's this crazy Sally Mae that I always hear about? Hate Sally Mae, I'm admitting it. But that's just there. We will help you out because we want to make sure you know when you're coming to a college, especially at Kent State, we want you to think of it as an investment. You're investing in yourself. You're investing in your future at our university. And here at Kent State, we believe in that investment. Last year's graduates, for the ones that graduated back in spring of 2019, within 6 months of graduation, 92% of them had a job within their career field, or they were continuing on their education at a higher level. We get you to that next phase. We get you there. That is our goal, to help produce you into that next phase, into your career at our university. Now, to kind of recap everything here, because I talked a lot here for you guys, a timeline here. How do you apply to our campus? You apply online, either the Common App or the Kent State app. Send in those high school credentials. If you have those test scores and you chose to have the test scores be a part of your holistic review, send those in too. But like I said, we are test optional for this coming fall semester, for the fall of 2021. We do have our scholarship priority date of November 1st. So that is our first deadline there. But the main deadline that you really need to apply if you want to be considered for scholarships is February 1st. You can apply to our campus on February 2nd, but I cannot guarantee you will be considered for scholarships at our university. So we always encourage our students, apply early. The earlier you get it in, the earlier you'll hear back and the earlier you can enjoy the rest of your senior year. Now, what better way to stay connected over time? We are at our university. You can always follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. We're always out there. We actually have a lot of different other ways that you can stay connected with us too, because we are here for you. We understand this is a different time. This is a different process. You may not be able to go out and see the campus, whatever, for your own personal reasons. But I want you to know that we are open. We are offering campus tours 3 times a day. We are practicing what's called the Flashes Safe 7 to keeping everyone safe, where you're required to wear a mask, keeping safe social distance on our campus. We have smaller groups that are coming, so you're not in a big crowd at our university. We space you out at 6 feet. You can visit our university. And I recommend it because since these are smaller groups, we're able to gear a lot of these tours to what you want to see through our campus. So if you're coming here for architecture, we can take you to the architecture building or the fashion building or the nursing building or education or any of the majors. You'll be able to see everything you want to see throughout our university. Now, if you didn't feel safe coming to our campus, that's fine, because we also have our virtual tour on our website. We also have opportunities for you to meet with your personal admissions counselor. You can go to the kent.edu/virtual KSU, and you can be able to look up and see, hey, who's my counselor from my high school, from my county? And you can have a one-on-one appointment with them. And this is good because they're the people that are going to be doing that holistic review. So if any of you are in here from Medina County or Wayne County or Lorain County, I am your guy. I'm going to be the guy that's going to be reviewing it. We can set up a one-on-one appointment where you can talk with us. We can find out more about you. Or if you just have any questions or concerns about Kent State, we can do that too. Like I said, you can meet with that financial aid counselor. We also have virtual academic information sessions that go on too as well. Or if you're just at home and you're on Instagram and it's a Monday at 3, get online. Because odds are myself or one of my colleagues is going to be on Instagram Live talking to you guys about Kent State. We usually have a special guest. Usually it's a current student on our campus, or we're walking through the university so you can kind of see what stuff is going on through our campus. So different opportunities there for you. But as I'm wrapping up here, I want to encourage you, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the chat. I did have a question here. Is there a student center for students with ADHD or an IEP? Yes, we do have our student accessibility services. They have a specific area there that they help out those students within those areas, within those needs, that we will pair you up, and it's usually during your destination Kent State appointment, where they pair you up with it and they get you to kind of work with those students individually and help them out through that process, where you can have that individual time if you need it, or just anything that you need around our campus. Also got a question about, can freshman students have a car at our campus? Now, I always get this question a lot. Yes, incoming freshmen, you are allowed to have a car on our campus. During the week, we require you to park it at our stadium, which is about a quarter mile down the road. So you're more than welcome to park out there. But during the weekend, you can bring your car back on campus. And usually when you get to sophomore year, you can, if you want to, you can get a parking pass to park on campus. Now, parking passes at our university is $150 a year to park at our campus, so it isn't that too expensive to park around our campus. But really, during your freshman year, the only time you really need a car is to go home. That's perfectly honest, because everything is located on our campus. We have the Partner bus system that drives you throughout the university. We also have our, excuse me, system that takes you to the surrounding towns like Stowe and Ravenna, and also to Akron too as well. All right. Does Kent State have a major in hospitality or digital marketing? Yes, we do. We do have a hospitality major and a digital marketing major within our college communication information. If you can go to the kent.edu/GPS, you can look up those majors. But just to give you an idea, one of the things I love about our hospitality management major, during their senior year, they take a couple of the students, it's optional, during their spring break, and they take them to Las Vegas for a week. And they go out there because we have a lot of alum that are working within those different casino areas, working within hospitality management, and they're exploring those different areas and giving them that experience during that time. Obviously, you have to be 21 years or older to go on that trip, but it's always a fun experience there where we take you out there. A lot of the faculty and staff work with that. And the digital marketing works actually with our own digital marketing program here on our our campus, our own university communications and marketing program. So you're getting the experience of working at a higher level institution while you're in your junior and senior year. You're getting that real world experience, and it can even be at other places too for different internships. Like we have students that have worked at Goodyear, Timken, Progressive Insurance. We've had them work for the Cavs, for the Tribe too as well. So it's a lot of opportunities there. All right, so another question about different majors, like do we have mathematics and education majors? Yes, we have a wide variety of different education majors, being anywhere from K through 12, depending on what kind of level you want to be, especially if you want to be a math teacher. We do have that capability on our campus, but if you just want a straight up math major, we do have that on our campus with a Bachelor of Arts and a Bachelor of Science in those programs. These are some good questions. I feel bad that I can't see anybody, but that's just the way it is here in this digital age. That's why I always recommend you guys to sign up for one of our Meet with an Admissions Counselor appointments, because that way you can see us and we can see you. We can talk to you. We like having some kind of social interaction there with everybody. So it's always nice to talk with everyone there. Something I did want to mention too as well, I failed to mention earlier, when it came to this coming fall semester, we did give the students the option if they wanted to do remote learning for their first year, or if they wanted to live on campus for the first-time freshmen. So we let the students decide what they want to do. We worked with every student individually. We didn't have a say of whether you want to or not. We have students that are on our campus right now that they're taking all their classes remote and they're living on campus. We have students that are living at home and taking remote classes. We have students that are taking still classes on our campus. It's about 75% of our classes are remote, and about 25 is on our campus. Got a question about, is there a way to have a specific have some department specific parts of an on-campus visit? Yes, there is. If you actually, reach out to your personal admissions counselor, which you guys will be getting notified about that within the next couple of days, but you can always check it out and find your admissions counselor site. We can set that up. We can find a way during your campus tour to take you over to there to see the specific departments. The ones that are getting tricky, which we need some notice for, is if you're interested in like a flight program, so we can take you out to our airport. We have to give them enough notice. But a lot of stuff that's on our campus, it's easy. Like if you want to see the sim labs for our nursing majors, if you wanted to see any of the performing arts centers for the theater and music majors, or the architectural studios, or any of the studios for like our graphic arts major, or for our fashion majors, or anything like that. We can do that for you here on campus. All right, so yeah, this is actually a really good question. Talk about the current COVID practices on our campus. Are masks required on campus? How do you work with freshmen or sophomores living in doubles and social distancing? Now, all right, so with the COVID practice, it's the Flashes Safe 7, where we do our best to practice, where we encourage our students to wear their masks. They're required to wear their masks throughout the campus, especially inside buildings. Part of the other practicing is making sure we have hand sanitizer stations within eyesight of each other pretty much. What we also do as well, we do our best for the social distancing as best as we can. It's kind of hard when you're living in housing to do the safe social distancing, especially if you're living in a double. But we have students that they had to sign an agreement before they came to our campus, answering any questions like, do they have any symptoms or anything like that, been come in contact. If a student does have symptoms or does end up getting COVID, we do have precautions and like kind of procedures in place where we are able to, if the student does not live close by and they can't go home and self-quarantine, we can self-quarantine them on our campus in specific housing areas. We do our best to do it, but we try. Yeah, that's very much what I'm saying there. We did have an influx of COVID cases. You may have seen with the Wine posting that for Portage County, but that's just the way it is. It's just the way with a lot of people in a smaller area. But what we do our best is we clean everything all the time. Our Flashes Safe 7, I really feel it's done a good job. And honestly, the students on our campus, the ones that are living on our campus, are doing a phenomenal job of making sure, because they understand what happened to them during their senior year, what they got pretty much, to be honest, gypped out of. They got gypped out of their last half of their senior year. So they understand the repercussions of this. So they do a lot of personal reflection of keeping safe distance, being socially safe. We have the dining facilities on campus where it's just like if you were to go to like McDonald's or Burger King or anything like that, where we practice that there. Everything is definitely safe within our university. I really fully believe that. It looks like I'm getting up against a clock here, but if you guys have any more questions, feel free. But like I said, your personal admissions counselor will be reaching out to us. We'll be reaching out to you, I should say, in the next couple of days, just to be able to answer any questions you may have or any concerns that you guys may have about the campus or about our university. We'll be able to kind of work with you on anything that you need when it comes to our campus. Anything that you want, if you want to see some stuff, if you have any questions about your application process, we'll be able to help you out with that too as well through our university. But besides that, I would say I'm
Are you still there, Brian? So everyone, I'm not sure if Brian is still with us. I am not able to hear him at this time. So this is Robin from the University of Toledo. And again, we really want to thank you for participating this evening. And please know that you are going to be able to take a quick survey when you close this window to this session. And we would really appreciate your feedback. You can sign up for more sessions, and remember that this audio and visual from tonight was recorded, so you are able to find that on our OACAC website. Oh, Brian is back. You were frozen for a while. I don't know what happened. You're muted.
sorry about that. I think one of my kids decided to go play Roblox, so.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Did you want to go ahead and put up your contact information? Did you have another slide? I'm so sorry to interrupt.
No, that was fine. That was our last slide there. Just keep just the kent.edu. What was it? Kent.edu. Let me get it right up there. Yeah, the kent.edu/virtual. That's the one that we have there for you. That's our best contact information there for you.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
Brian, it was nice to hear more about Kent and the Golden Flashes. And everyone, you have an awesome evening. Enjoy your senior year and journey to college.
Yep.
Good night.
Good night, everybody.